I'm over here now.
Oh, okay. Why exactly? So that we can grab the table?
Well, because the whiteboard is
Back over here?
back over here.
Is the writing still on it?
I erased part of it, and it decided to erase everything. So
I mean,
only
that's...
wrote elf 12 HP, and I looked back to find something.
Oh, that's a P. I thought you were saying 12 hours.
I made an R. No.
I'm an elf, but only 12 hours of the day. During the day, I'm an elf, but at night,
Okay.
I'm somebody else.
Okay, so I rolled a 15 to go and
Right.
find the lake again.
Okay. Alright, so you... After wandering aimlessly for a while, you realize that you can see a little smoke trail coming out through the trees, and you're like, ugh, that must be my fire. So you're walking. And you find... You're walking. And you find the lake again. Alright, roll a lucky check. Alright, so sadly, your fire is a little bit bigger than it was last time. You saw it.
I used the water of the lake to douse it.
Alright, let's see how
But
well
I
you
don't
do.
have anything to hold the water.
Your hands, I guess. Alright, you
I
do
do
it
really well.
Yeah. So, actually, what you do, roll a fancy check. Let's see how fancy you do it.
14.
Alright, so decently fancy. My lady. My lady. This is why I was just like, why did you even... Here. He's like, put it down.
No, we need the table. I want it back.
It's fine.
Table.
Finally.
I can't grab. There it goes.
There you go. Alright, Bailey, sit down. Go sit down.
Okay. There. It's perfect. No, it's not. Hold on. It's sitting on the chair over there. Perfect. Okay.
Okay. Alright, so you see that the fire is a little bit larger than you wanted it to be. So you decide to dive into the water, and as you're coming back out of the water like a dolphin onto the land, you bring in a little tidal wave with you. And you douse the entire fire. It is no longer a fire. It's just a bundle of sticks. A bundle of moist sticks. Yes, do a perception check. Alright, so you look around, so you see water, you see wet sticks, forest. The sun's kind of not there anymore. It's kind of dark now.
You look so sad.
So what you gonna do about this?
I'm gonna stay close to the river
Okay.
and build a campfire again, a new one, with new sticks.
Alright. So that didn't work out too well.
It didn't work out at all.
So you said that you were gonna do it with new sticks, but somehow you grabbed the same sticks. And it didn't work out very well because they were all wet. So plan B. What's your plan B?
Gather some sap from a tree, tear off a piece of my clothing and wrap it around one of the sticks,
Okay.
and then light it on fire.
Alright, so first let's see how well you get... Okay, I was gonna say the sap, so you didn't get very much. You got some. So let's see how well you chose your stick. Alright, so you kind of chose a really small stick, but it works because you only got a little bit of sap. Now let's see how well you get a little bit of your clothing. Alright, so in your process, I need your dagger again. Alright, so... Get off of me. Sec, the cord was wrapped in my hair. Jesus fuck. Alright. So, you're like, alright, I have stick. I have stick. I have sap over on tree. I haven't actually grabbed it yet because there was nothing to put it on. So let me grab this knife, and I'm going to grab some of my clothes, smart way to try and wrap this tiny little stick. So you grab part of your shirt to try and grab, a little bit. And you go to, tear off just a little bit. And you make yourself a halter top.
Sweet. That's not a downside for me.
Roll for a lucky check. Okay, so thankfully it's gonna be warm tonight. Yeah.
I still need light, that's why I'm making this thing.
Alright, now roll for a lucky check for a different reason. Okay, so you go over to your tree. I'm using the wrong hand. You go over to your tree. You wrap the entire half of your shirt around this tiny twig, and you just kind of shove it all up in this sap. And thankfully, it works pretty well. Now let's see how well you can light it. Did you actually light this thing on fire? It's lit. Yeah, it's lit. AF.
Smiled.
All right. So what's your plan with this thing? Are you just gonna hold it all night?
I'm gonna stick it in the ground, plant it.
Okay, and how close to the water are you putting it? Is this the water and you're putting it here, or?
I'm putting it a little further back, but not into the trees.
Right, like a nice halfway kind of thing, maybe?
Here's the water, here's the trees, there's my stick.
Okay, alright. So, there's that. Hello there, Crambunctious. Pretty good. We're pretending to play D&D, because we definitely don't know how to actually play it, but it's still fun.
I'm a stupid elf.
Yeah, she's not very good at realizing how to do things, but she's really good at hurting herself.
I mean, I have 12 health. Now that I have a source of light, it's gonna be warm tonight, and the water is there. I'm going to eat some of my cinnamon bark.
So your cinnamon bark? Okay. Let's do a lucky check. Alright, so sadly, you go to your sack, and you see that, because of the fact that it's basically cinnamon at this point, it kind of went through your bag, and you've just been leaving a trail behind you.
Hey, I have a trail marker!
Somehow you didn't notice that earlier, though. So you scoop the tiny little bit that's left, just about like a palm full that's left.
We don't have a red dye.
Oh, that's fine. Let me go in.
It disappeared when I was, stepping away to, grab a marker.
Alright, so. So you lick up your hand, basically, because that's all that's left. And you get four health somehow from just this little lick. Where'd the marker go?
It's from all the water.
It's from all the water. Alright, so you are now at 16.
It's yellow.
Yeah, I don't know where the black went, so.
Oh, that's white. Sorry.
Oh,
and I'm smacking shit in my room.
I mean, a second ago I smacked myself in the face, so.
Okay, there we go. So I'm not centered in this thing. Okay.
There you go. Alright,
so sitting on the arm.
Alright, so you gained some health. You're at 16 now. You're almost back to full health somehow just by eating this bark. What you doing? Basically, the rundown of what's happened so far was that she is an elf. She was in a forest. She was attacked by two of the little pixie things from Harry Potter.
I killed one of them.
She killed one of them. The other one ran away.
And ate it.
Yeah, and she tried to eat it. Yeah, that gave her 6 damage. That wasn't a good idea. Or actually, here, let me do it a little bit differently. She was attacked by pixies. As the pixies were attacking her, she thought to climb a tree. It didn't work out. She fell, hurt herself. And so she tried to attack these pixies. She did pretty good at attacking them. She killed one of them, thought that the best idea would be to try and eat the one she killed. Didn't work out too well for her, so she then wanted to try and find civilization. So she was going to climb this tree to figure out where civilization was, because she wanted to follow the sun. But she didn't really know where the sun was. She was following Moss the wrong way, but that's a different part. So she went to try and climb this tree, and she got stuck in the tree, and discovered that she had cinnamon bark on this tree. So she ate the bark, and somehow it had healing properties. So yeah, climbing trees didn't work out too well for her. She meandered for a very long time.
I ate a tree.
It's true, and you just finished eating what was left of your tree. And she was trying to find water initially, and she finally found some. We're at this lake, and, so she's got the lake in front of her. She's got her cute little stick of fire, because she had to put out her fire
earlier, because
her campfire
started catching the
surrounding area. Yeah. And then there's a forest over there that she kind of came out of. So right now she's in a decent spot. It's getting late, though. So what you doing? You've finished licking your hand.
I'm going to rest for the evening.
All right, let's see how well. Okay, so you lay down, and it's actually pretty soft, pretty nice. Let me see the black one. If I can. Oh, Bailey. Throat fire.
Throw it closer.
There we go. All right. So let's see. Oof. Okay. Sorry, but you're not gonna have a good night. So let's have you do a perception. See if you wake up. All right. So you kind of wake up a little bit, but you're like fucking groggy. And let me see. You. All right. So let me think. All right. So I have an idea of what's going on. So you're kind of groggy as fuck, and there's something approaching. You're not really sure what, but you hear shit. What's your groggy thought to do?
So something woke me up, right?
Yeah. You're half asleep, though.
I look around.
All right, you don't know what the fuck. Yeah. Okay, what you see is the back of your eyelids. Because you're falling asleep again. All right, let me see that. All right, so as you're starting to nod off again, because you decide that there was nothing there, you hear a very loud roar, and now you're fully awake because there's a fucking loud ass roar nearby. Let's do some perception, see if you understand what that is. Okay, so you
can understand all of it.
Yeah, so as soon as you hear it, you're like fucking shaking in your boots and in your little halter top that you accidentally made. Yeah, she went to cut off some of her clothes. It didn't work out too well. Yeah, so you know exactly that is a terrifying bear.
Why did you have to bring bears into this? It's Skyrim all over again.
Alright, what the heck are you doing, girl? Are you cutting your head off with the chair?
No, the chair that I'm sitting in the game is taller than the chair I'm sitting in real life.
I mean, I'm not actually sitting in a chair in the game.
It's pretty much the same, honestly. It's pretty much the same.
Here, let me,
Oh, you can move chairs.
Yeah, I know I can.
It didn't want me to grab them.
If I can get it. There we go. Alright, so I'm pretending to be in this chair. Okay. Hi. So you hear that there's a bear, and you're shaken to your core because of Skyrim. What is your plan? Think of an objective.
173. Okay.
Wait, what? Sec, I need to look at what the comment was. I can't read what that said. basically, Bailey...
Think of an objective for this.
Yeah.
A.e. beating a bossy thingy, gaining control of a city, etc.
Well, I mean, her first objective was to try and find water, and then she was trying to find civilization, but she kind of gave up when she found the lake. So she might be
water.
Here. I'll make a premise for you, Bailey. So the whole reason you're out here is because you were traveling to this place, to this city that you're not sure where it is, but there's some city that you're trying to go to because you want to be an adventurer.
I want to go to a brothel. Oh my god.
Anyways, back to the bear. What's your thought? What are you doing?
I grab my daggers.
Okay.
Where's the
Dagger
button?
one.
I grab
Dagger
my
two.
daggers.
Yes.
Okay.
At what? There's nothing there.
No, that was just me saying daggers. Okay, so I'm guessing the sound of the roar of the bear was like all around me because of how loud it was.
Yeah, and since you're kind of in a lake, it's just kind of reverberating off of everything.
Let's hope these bears don't run on Skyrim logic. I'm gonna swim into the lake.
Oof. All right. So do a lucky check, Bailey. Okay, you're not super lucky, but all right. And will you read what that message was? I couldn't read what it said.
I've only been to 3 sessions before, so I don't really know anything either, but I bet some NPCs and quests would make this more interesting.
Well, right now Bailey's just in a forest.
In the woods.
Yeah, she's just kind of in
the woods.
Yeah, she's just in the woods. I mean, if we had another person, but it's fine.
Nice to have another person.
It's fine.
Where's Bart? Bart?
I have no idea. You want a message on Discord?
Funny with Bart.
You want a message on Discord and be like, "Oh, I totally forgot to even fucking put on Discord that I was streaming."
He's not online.
Oh. Let me go over to Discord though, because I totally forgot to write that I was streaming. Let me put the.
Okay. So.
Oh yeah, so I'm telling you what
for?
I'm telling you what's going on. I was just trying to fucking put this thing in Discord because I forgot.
What was
Could
the
I join?
For?
Maybe once Bailey gets out of the forest.
Yeah, once I get out of the forest, then we'll invite people.
Yeah, once she gets to the town, then you can join.
Okay,
All right,
if you have Rec Room,
yeah,
please boot it up and
be ready. Basically, is what she's saying.
Who is this person? We don't have
no
them
idea.
on our friends list.
I have no idea who Crambunctious is.
Okay, so what was luck roll for?
All right. So your first thought was to jump into the water and try to swim away. Where are you going?
Yeah, hoping I was getting water from my butt.
Oh, okay.
And chapstick.
Anyway, so your first thought was to try and swim away from these bears and just aimlessly go into the lake.
Wait, since when are there more than one bear?
You don't know. You didn't actually look. You just heard bear. And you jumped into a lake. All right.
Because Skyrim nightmares.
All right, so Bailey, so this is you. You jump into a lake and you start to swim. And then you realize, I don't know how to swim. So you're just fucking flailing in the water, not knowing how to swim. But sadly, you didn't have very much luck. So what you see is a bear walking over to the side of the lake, and you're just fucking sitting here looking like a tasty snack. So what's your response to this?
Okay. So there's a bear at the edge of the lake.
Rawr. And you're flailing because you realize you don't know how to swim.
Miraculously learn how to swim.
Alright, so in your flailing and desperation, you somehow realize how to do a flop swim. And you're flopping away. All right, do a lucky luck.
I can't grab it.
You're not very lucky because as you're flopping away, the bear's like, "Haloop." He's coming
Fuck,
after
they
you.
run up Skyrim logic. Stab it in its face.
All right, so that worked pretty well. Let me I'm gonna pretend that this white one is your dagger now.
2 damage.
No shish. So you flop back toward the bear a little bit and do a strength. Okay, you're not very strong. What about a luck? Oh, you're pretty lucky.
Very lucky.
All right, so this is you, Bailey. All right, so you're coming over here. The bear's coming. You kind of graze him, which is kind of unfortunate. But thankfully, you somehow nicked an artery, and he's just splurting into the water now. And so now he's upset.
Polluted.
So now he's a little upset. Will you throw that black die to me? I can't reach it. All right. So his response is a 17, and he's very upset about this life.
Fuck.
Let's see how good his response was, though. Okay, so yeah, moral of the story is don't stab bears because the water will get polluted.
I look so hard for the water. Oh my god. Curtis, you're the one seeing this. Oh god.
Alright, so Bailey. So let's do a
Curtis is welcome to join us if he wants.
He doesn't have a PlayStation.
Oh shit, that's right.
He doesn't have PlayStation VR or anything. He has a
You
computer.
can play this on normal PlayStation as well, but the fact that he doesn't have a PlayStation is the whole point.
Exactly. Anyway, so roll for a smart check. How smart are you? Ah! At least I'm holding the bear. So I don't have to go looking.
Where did I go?
It's over there, Bailey. Yeah, it's over there, to the side of your chair.
Wrong way. Come here. Okay, fixed. I saw the red die somewhere.
Yeah, the red eye is over here. I can grab it.
No, I got one.
I also have one.
Yeah, we have 2. Okay, what did you want me to do?
Roll to see how smart you are. Alright, so you're kind of smart. Kind of, not really. So this
up the tables.
This is true. All right, so this is what ended up going down. So Bailey, so you come back over, you stab Bear ever so slightly and nick his artery, so he's splurting everywhere. And your first thought, as he's fucking riling around being all upset, is to grab onto the bear. And so now you're both just kind of doing a rodeo in the water. Alright, so now if you can pass me that that die. Let's see how much this flailing does. Is he fuzzy? I don't know, let's see. Yeah, he's pretty fuzzy. Now let's see how
Oh my god, you just grinned so nicely with that.
Potentially?
Fuck, I need to make sure I'm looking the right direction.
Cool,
Okay, there we go.
thanks. Alright, Bailey, so thankfully, as you guys are doing this weird little wobble-flobble going on here, somehow, instead of him hurting you, he's just hurting himself. Okay. Don't be desperate.
Whoops. I took your red die, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Alright, so all you know is that he has lost 2 health. Because he's a bear and you're not quite sure. Alright, so what is your response? He's flailing wildly, and you're just kind of on top of him, and he's hurting himself.
Hold on for dear life.
Alright, so as we're going, you go over there.
Yay, I'm off the bear and I'm far away from the bear. That's what counts.
So basically
Okay,
what...
hold on, let me
Alright.
roll for damage.
Roll for luck. See how lucky you are. Alright, so somehow, and let's roll again just to see how fancy you were. Okay, so
Very
you don't
fancy.
so you don't need to roll
good at that one.
yeah, you don't need to roll for damage because you were super fancy. So this is what happened. So you were on top of this bear.
I'm really good at rolling high on fancy.
Alright. So Bailey, you get thrown off this bear back toward the land.
Aw, that sucks. I'm sorry Rec Room won't update.
Yeah, don't ask me why though. No idea.
I don't know either.
So Bailey.
Sorry, I was getting water.
Oh. So Bailey. You get thrown off this bear back toward the land, and you do a couple backflips looking super fancy. You okay? Okay. And you land onto the shore and skid backwards, being super fancy. Super fucking fancy. Yes, just like that. You like flip and you just land you dab like a superhero. Now let's see how lucky you were from the enemy's point of view. All right, you were pretty lucky. There was actually only one bear. So cool. he's over there. Why did you take my die? I'm not done yet.
I put it in the middle.
I can't reach that. Ah! I said I couldn't reach that. All right.
Fixed?
Yes.
But now, now my red die. I need my red die. Hold on. It's still broken somewhat.
Okay. Have fun.
There we go. Table's fixed.
All right. So
your red die's over there.
Yeah, no, it's under the table. So you're doing pretty lucky. You know, there's only one bear. You don't necessarily realize that because you haven't checked, but out of character, you know that there was only one bear. Let's see how a bear's doing. All right, he's not doing too good. He's flailing still. He's kind of thrashing around in the water like a dumbass. Like he also didn't realize he didn't know how to swim.
And he's also bleeding out and hurting himself. So.
Yeah, so let's see how much damage he takes. Alright, so he takes 1 initial damage. Let's see how lucky he is. Alright, he's not very lucky. He's kind of smacking himself on rocks. So, let's see if he's got bleed damage. No, he's not bleeding. He just kind of got hurt by this rock. So he's got 5 less health now. Where'd the pink one go? There it is. Was that
7?
What was the number?
5 less damage.
Oh, 5. I was like, wait, what was the number I even said?